Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Danielle and today's video is going to be a weigh-in update and a catch-up. We need this catch-up. We have a lot to catch up. A lot is changing for the good for this weight loss health journey, but let's just get straight into the video. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to let you know my weight loss this week, and then we're going to talk about what I've done different this week, and also going forward what I'm going to continue doing differently to get this is obviously a hint how I got on to get this good weight loss result. So this week I went on the scales and I wasn't quite sure what the scales were going to say, just because I have done things very different this week and I wasn't sure. It could have gone either way. It could have gone, you know, good weight loss, or it could have gone, actually this doesn't work and you've gained, you've maintained, or whatever. And that's what it's all about. It is all about trying to find a diet or a lifestyle change which fits in for you. No diet fits all. That is the thing. We all have different heights, we all have different weights, our bodies all function differently, we exercise differently. So went on the scales this week and I lost 3 pounds, which I was over the moon about, because it was a good result, and also I've got my holiday coming up in a few weeks, so I needed to get this weight loss moving a little bit. So that actually takes me in this sort of 9-week period, so just over 2 months, I've actually lost 11.5 stone. No, I've not. So in this 9 weeks I have lost, so just over 2 months, I've lost 11.5 pounds, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm over the moon with that result. We're nearly on our stone award, so hopefully in a few weeks time we will get there. So Slimming World I've been doing for about 9 weeks now, and I've had a really good weight loss journey so far. I believe I've had a couple of gains, but mainly losses, and when I've had the gains I've kind of known why I've had the gains. So I really do think that it has been working for me, and it's definitely helped me and guided me through the start of my weight loss journey. Are you gonna know what's coming up? What I'm gonna say? I've had do you know what? It's really difficult, and some people might watch this and think like it's a diet, it's weight loss, da, da, da. It's, for me, it isn't just a diet. This is going to be a lifestyle change completely, and with that it needs to be something which fits into my lifestyle. And Slimming World does to a certain degree, and I'm not saying that I'm saying goodbye to Slimming World completely, because I stand by a lot of the things that they have, and it really does help if you're just starting on your weight loss journey. It helps. So and also if you're not quite sure on the nutrition in food and things like that, you don't have to check, because you kind of know what's your free food, your speed food, so that indicates what are the foods which are better for you. So your speed foods are the foods which are better for you, and then your free foods, and then obviously you've got your SIND food, which are higher in fat and sugar and things like that. So it really does give you a great starting point. So what I have been doing this week, I've been trying a couple of things to try and see what's going to be best going forward with my weight loss journey. So if you've been watching my vlogs, you'll know that the kids this week have been poorly. I've not been very well, Dan's not been very well, so it's been a really hectic week, and it's been difficult to food optimize on the Slimming World plan, because obviously you make things from scratch, which is fantastic, and obviously going forward that's something I'm definitely still going to continue to do, but it's just been a little bit more difficult to food optimize. So to make sure that I was still keeping on track as best as I could, I was actually introducing calorie counting within the Slimming World plan. So I was kind of sticking to the basics of Slimming World, like with my SINs, with my healthy extras, with sort of like protein and speed food and things like that. So I kind of had the basics of it, but I was just being a little bit more flexible with it. So for example, I would have one of my healthy extra A's, and then I would probably have 2 healthy extra B's that day, but still sticking within what are healthy extra B's. So for example, I would still weigh out my 40 grams of oats and have that, but then also calculate how many calories are in that. I would still measure out my skimmed milk, and I would only use sort of bread and pittas and things like that, which are classed as your healthy extra B, because I know that they are high in fibre, and that's why they are a healthy extra B on the Slimming World plan. So still keeping within that sort of area, so I know the nutrition side is still going to help aid my weight loss. I've always been very, very dubious of doing calorie counting because I hate being restricted with food and how much food I can eat, because this girl loves her food. I love my food, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like being hungry, I don't like to go to bed hungry. That brings me on to my next thing in a minute. So yeah, I really do enjoy my food. So when I've looked at calorie counting in the past, I've kind of just gone for like a standard what people do. And in my head it was like, women, to maintain their calories, women have 2,000 calories and we need to deduct 500 of that to lose weight. 1,500 calories a day. That's not enough for me. That is not enough. I tell you now, if someone said that, I'm like, I'm out. Count me out, I'm not doing this, because that's just too little for me. And it works for some people, but for me personally, it just doesn't work for me. And that's when you really get into the nitty gritty of it, of what actually calories you can have to still sustainably lose weight. And that's what it's about, sustainably lose weight. So I've dived into it a lot deeper, and I've researched and I've looked on so many different websites to try and find out what my maintenance calories are. So your maintenance calories is in the title. So this is to maintain your weight. So this will depend on your age, your height, your current weight, your activity level. So for example, so I'm a busy mum, so I'm quite active all day. If you work on a shop floor, you're gonna be quite active all day. If you work in an office, you're not gonna be as active all day. And then your exercise level. So do you do any exercise? Do you go for a walk every day? Or are you busy on your feet every day and then that's it? So for me, I am quite active, but then also I have been introducing exercise into my daily life as well. So I try and do 20 minutes exercise a day. If I have a couple of days off, I'm not too concerned. But what I have been doing is, because I'm not a fan of exercise, if you watch my channel, you know that. I've been doing dance exercise. It gets my heart rate going, it gets my muscles going, and it's still a full body one, but it's got some groovy music, it's got some really good moves, and it's not that really difficult like exercise where I'm like, I can't do that. And I get halfway through it and I'm like, no, it's not fun, I'm not enjoying it. And if you're not enjoying it, you're not gonna do it. So doing a more simpler routine, which is really fun for me, I enjoy doing it and I want to do it day after day after day. So that is what I've been doing. I will pop a link of the YouTube channel which I've been following for the videos, because I find them really, really fun and really interactive and I love them. So yeah, I've been doing 20 minutes exercise a day. So I've worked out my maintenance calories, and then it works out how many calories you need to lose a certain amount each week. So for me, I am going for slow and steady wins the race. So I'm going to go for about ½ a pound a week, which for some people, they may think, well, that's not a lot and that's going to take you a while. It may take you a while, but it's going to keep that weight off for longer, and it's going to be just easy to maintain. So I'm going to pop on the screen when I worked it out how many calories it's saying that I need to maintain and how many calories that I need to lose weight. And it also shows you if I do want to lose a pound a week, then obviously that changes and I can deduct it even more, but it's still really, really manageable. Can you believe you can have 1,900 calories a day and still lose weight? Yes, you can. For me, that's how it's working out. If you're different, but for my age and everything into consideration, this is how much I can lose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop my weight and my height. So currently I am currently I'm 11 stone 8.5 pounds, and my height is 5'7". So that's just an example. I'm also going to pop some websites below where you can work out your maintenance weight, and if you want to work out, it also works out your calories for you. So it's really easy. You literally just got to type in, ask the questions, you type in, and then it gives you it. And this was the most accurate website I found personally. It was averaging from around 2,000 calories to 1,800 calories, so I went in sort of the middle for 1,900. And they've also got a diet which is called the zigzag diet. So what happens sometimes is your body can plateau, I think the word is, when it gets used to having a certain amount of calories each day. So that is when you lose weight, and then all of a sudden you stop. Your body gets used to it, and that's why if you start on 1,500 calories, you will get to a point where you can't lose any more weight. Where do you go from there? You can't drop it anymore. So starting at a high calorie deficit is definitely the key, I think personally, to helping lose weight, and also keeping on a plan. If I went really low with my calorie goal, I would do this through the week. I would get to the weekend and be like, I've had enough. I just want to eat. And that's what I find with diets a lot of the time. I have that, I don't know if anybody's the same, you have that first couple of months or first month or whatever where you're so buzzing and excited for it, and you lose, but it wears off. You know, you can't keep on top of it, and it wears off, and then you start having this weekend off, this weekend, takeaway here, takeaway there, which is fine. But if you keep doing that, that's when it becomes an issue. But if you have a certain amount of calories which are manageable, you can still have those treats within those calories. So for me, I'm gonna have higher calories over the weekends, which isn't too high, and then it's going to lower it a tiny bit throughout the week. So I'm still having those treats over the weekend, and then I'm pulling that back a tiny bit throughout the week. So I really think this is going to be a fantastic way of losing weight. Now, I know a lot of you follow Slimming Well Plan, and I'm really hoping you stop with this journey for me. But what I am still going to be doing is I'm still going to be putting healthy extras on there. I'm still going to be doing sins when I can do sins, all that good stuff. I still want you to start with me, and I still want you to follow my journey. So I'm going to try and include Slimming World content within it. So it's going to be more like Slimming World / calorie counting, because I'm not going to go to group because I can't afford it anymore. I'm going to be completely honest with you. It is an expense that I could do without paying. Everybody's struggling with money at the minute, including myself. And to pay £6 a week is just an expense I just don't need to have. So I'm no longer going to group. I'm going to weigh at home, which is exciting because my next weigh day, you can weigh with me. So we will be doing a live / not so live, because it won't be going up live, but I will show you my results straight on camera, so you'll see it and you'll see my reaction to my results. And then obviously when I film it, you'll get to see that. When I upload it, you'll get to see that. So that's going to be really exciting. So that's going to be a bit of a new way of doing things. So yeah, it's going to be Slim and Well friendly and also calorie counting friendly. I'm really excited about this new journey. There's going to be so many healthy meals and healthy snacks which we can really dive into and make the most of lots of nutritious, delicious food that sometimes can be restricted on certain plans. For example, I'm loving peanut butter now. I love peanut butter anyway, but it'd be quite high in sins, and I will still include the sins for you, so if anybody wants to know, they can still have that option. But I've been loving as a snack like rice crackers, peanut butter, banana, delicious, or rice crackers, and these rice crackers are only about 1 sin. I did put it on my food vlog, so it will be on there, but rice crackers, cream cheese, and cucumber and ham. What a great snack. Low calorie, low sin. So it's still included within that same sort of area. What I did try, if you've seen on my shorts video, I tried intermittent fasting. So intermittent fasting, so it was the 16-8 intermittent fasting, where you fast for 16 hours and you have an 8-hour window, which I was doing, eating at 11 AM, finishing at 7 PM. You know how many days I lasted? 3 days. And I was hangry. I was hangry, and I thought, this is not for me. This is not for me. I understand the health benefits of it, and I am going to try and stick within a certain window. You can do a 10-14, but I kind of don't want to be too restricted on it, because when the kids go to bed, I like to have a cup of tea and I like to have a snack, and there's positives and negatives, like with everything. When you're on it, it's like finishing at 7, so you can't have those snacks anymore because that is your window. But then it's like, but sometimes that's my time to chill. And if it's within my calories, or if it's within my sins, and I want like a bag of Maltesers at 8 o'clock with a cup of tea, watching something nice on the telly with my partner, I don't want to not be able to do that, because that is kind of like me time, and having a little snack, that, or even a bowl of fruit and a nice hot chocolate or something like that. That's kind of a nice little me time. Or even if you've been at work all day, it's nice time, and you don't have to rush around then thinking, oh, I've got to hurry and do tea, because that's what I've got to hurry and do tea within my eating window. And I love breakfast, so I was in the morning, I was like snappy, because I had to wait till 11, everybody got to having their breakfast, and I was so hungry. So we tried it, and I lasted 3 days. I was also having really bad headaches as well, because I wasn't drinking coffee, because I don't like it without milk, and you need to take it black, so there's no calories or anything like that. So there's a lot of health benefits for intermittent fasting, but I tried it, it wasn't for me. I lasted 3 days. Can you believe that I was gonna do 30 days? That's a joke. So yeah, I lasted 3 days on that. So there's been a lot compact into this video, I think. So just to kind of give you an overall what to expect from my videos going forward, because I feel like I've mumbled and bumbled, and I don't come prepped for these videos. I switch the camera on and I talk, so sometimes what I come out with probably doesn't make sense. Going forward, we're going to be counting calories, but we're also going to have Slimming World still in mind here. I'm not getting rid of it, it's not gone. If you're following Slimming World, you can still get a lot of benefits from my videos. So I'll still insert sins when I can, healthy extras, and all that good stuff. And I'm still going to be taking a lot of that aspects, like with healthy extras and things like that, and using them as options, because I know they're high in fiber within my diet. But it's just going to be, I think, a little bit more exciting, because we can be a little bit more experimental with what food we're having. Yeah, I'm just really excited for it. So yeah, my calories are going to be around about 1,900, which we're going to split within sort of the week. So we're going to have a couple of higher days at the weekends, and then maybe around about 1,850 throughout the week. So if you think of calorie counting and it's daunting for you because you feel like you've got to be really restricted, don't let it be daunting for you. It's not how you think it's going to be. Like, I look at a lot of these, like a lot of videos, and I'm like, 1,500 calories, like I said, I would be out, count me out. And that's what I've always had in my mind for calorie count. It's even when I put details in Fitness Pound, it gives me a ridiculous amount of calories, and I'm like, no, because sometimes it doesn't take every little aspect into consideration. So taking all these bits into consideration, if you're moving more, you need more energy. That is the basics of it. Your body is like a machine, isn't it? You need to fuel your body, and you need to fuel it with really good food and healthy food, but it needs that food. I don't want to restrict my calories too much. I want to enjoy my diet. I want to really enjoy this weight loss progress, and I really feel like having this week of doing calorie counting and Slimming World aside, and incorporating it a lot more. I've enjoyed my food a lot more, and I found my weight loss journey a lot more enjoyable, and obviously it's shown on the scales as well, so I know that it hopefully works as well. So yeah, also side note, so I have 2 Instagram accounts. So I have my Danielle Cindy XOX, which is like a fashion sort of Instagram, and then I have my Danielle Does SW, which is Slim and Well, which I'm probably gonna have to change, so I'll pop it down below any or whatever it is. But I feel like I am being overwhelmed with social media at the minute, and my baby is YouTube, because I love YouTube so much. So I want to concentrate on YouTube, and my fashion one I think is going to dwindle a little bit, because it takes a lot of work, and I don't know if anybody's the same if they're on Instagram. I find Instagram a very aesthetically pleasing place, and I'm not really aesthetically pleasing. My life is manic, and I find sometimes I compare myself a lot on there to other sort of influencers, whatever you want to call people. I compare myself a lot, and I'm like, I don't look like that, my lifestyle doesn't look like that, and it hasn't been great for my mental health, I'm going to be completely honest. So I'm kind of dwindling away from that sort of aspect of it, of like this sort of fake glamour of life, because life sometimes isn't glamorous, and that's the reality, and I don't want to pretend to be someone that I'm not, and I don't want to compare to myself to people, because I am myself. There's only one of me, and the same as you guys, you are yourself. There's only one of you, so make sure you are yourself and don't be apologetic for that. So I think I'm going to be concentrating on my Slimming World, but we might change the name, Instagram, because that's going to be food content, and that's going to be stuff that I'm really excited about, and it's going to be a more raw me on there. So I'm going to concentrate a lot more on that. It's a lot smaller, so I think on my fashion one I have about nearly 3,000 followers. On my weight loss one I think I have about 200 followers. So there's quite a big difference, but I want to be authentic on that, and I want you to see the real me like you see on YouTube. So on my weight loss page, it's going to be a lot, I'm going to be a lot more active on there, but I'm going to be a lot more myself, and not put my pressure on like, oh, finding a certain outfit, finding this great angle, finding this great pose. It's not going to be all that. There might be some posy ones, I like a pose every now and again, but it's not going to be so much that. It's going to be more like the emotions of weight loss, emotions of being a mum as well. Like that's a big part of my life, and I want to be a bit more original on Instagram, and a bit more original may not be the word I'm looking for, but I want to be authentic. That's the word. I think I'm not very good with my words, but I think that's the word I'm looking for. I just want to be myself, and I don't want to fit into a box of being an Instagram girl. I'm definitely not an Instagram girl, but I don't want to kind of put myself in that box, and I was finding that with my fashion page, I was falling within this. My feed has got to be aesthetically pleasing, because that's what you're told. You look on these things and they say like, if brands ever want to work with you, or this, that and the other, you need to look like this. Well, if brands ever want to work with me, this is who I am. Do you know what I mean? So that is completely nothing to do with weight loss, but if you want to follow me on there, I'm going to pop it down below, because I'll have more meals on there and things like that, and that'll be sort of updated daily. But it's going to be a lot more of me and how I am in an everyday life. This video, oh my goodness, if you have made it to the end of this video, what emoji shall we put? Put a love heart emoji if you made it to the end of the video, because then I know you are a trooper and you are fabulous. You're fabulous anyway, but if you've made it to the end of this video, you must need a strong cup of coffee by the time you get to it. So either put a love heart or a cup of coffee at the end of this video, so I know you've made it to the end. But anyway, that's everything from me today, guys. I am so excited for this new journey we're going to take with each other. I'm going to pop all my details down below, so my social media and things like that, but also I'm going to pop down below the dance workouts I've been doing, and also if you want to work out your calories, I'll pop a few websites down below as well, so you can do that. Any questions about anything at all, just drop me an email, pop me a comment, drop me a DM on Instagram. My DMs and whatever's always open, you know that. And if you ever want to talk about anything, just pop me a message, I'm here for you. So if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I've made this little thing but I haven't put it on yet, and it's probably going to look backwards, but subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care everybody, bye bye.